you don't know who I am, my name is Stephanie Giselle. This video is gonna be something that happened to me maybe like 2 weeks ago, a week ago. I think it was like April 8th. I don't know, but there's like some footage I'm going to be including in this video, so I'm not trying to make this part longer than it should be. I'm trying to give you guys the raw like experience and actually show you how I felt in the moment, because right now I'm like ready to sit here and explain to you guys how I felt. I was like, do I post this video, make it into a story time? I don't know what I didn't know what I wanted to do with my experience, just because like I felt pretty embarrassed, and initially I felt pretty embarrassed about it, and then now I'm like, okay, this just doesn't happen to, it's not just me that makes these mistakes, it's a variety of healthcare professionals. So I'm like, okay, it's not just me, let me just put it out there into the world. So other nursing students or CNAs, I don't know what your role may be, but in my case I was giving COVID vaccines at my workplace. You know, I just want to pick up shifts to get vaccines, and I know I have to volunteer and do it for school, but that's a whole nother topic. But for this case, it was a very fast-paced day, so we have like our own little station, we have our little setup. I had like my Sharps red bin whatever thing on the table in my station, so I had like reach over, so which is why I think I poked myself in this finger. This is like the finger that everything happened to, and I just have my little battle wound scar on here. You can't see it obviously because it was like a quick little prick, but yeah, this is just the finger that I will never forget, because I was just like so scared, because if the situation didn't happen like it did, a whole lot of things could get like gone wrong like so differently. So this is the finger, it happened, and I was so shook, and I just had a great team supporting me the whole entire time, so I wasn't like breaking down by myself. Like I had someone there to lean on and cry and vent and just tell them how worried I was, because you just didn't know what could have really happened to you, and it's a life-changing thing. So it's very important for you to be cautious when you administering and vaccines, because you don't think anything of it until like, yeah, you hear the protocols, needle sticks this, needle sticks that, but you don't really know how it feels like until you are in the moment. So yes, it's very important for you guys to review the protocols of the whole needle sticks, because if I didn't like really know what to do, I'd probably just, I don't know what I would have done, but I knew what to do, and I was ready to, you know, take the next step. I didn't want to waste any seconds, and I just like, the patient felt so, he just felt bad that like, you know, watching me, I was in shock, so I didn't really show him emotion, but I kind of just like froze for a second, and I'm just like, that just happened, it happened. So yeah, so the patient was like really nice. So it was just like best case scenario. Like I said, it could have gotten worse. So if this ever happens to you, I can't even say don't worry, because I worried, and I would still worry. So I'm going to share my experience with you. And the insight that I gained from this is kind of just take my time with, and just be cautious with everything I do. Like, even though like this is like muscle memory at this point, it's not like, and mistakes can happen throughout the whole entire thing. So just trying to like stay in the moment and do this stuff correctly. I mean, I was doing everything right, it just didn't work out like how it should have, because I was on pilot mode, and it just, yeah. I mean, I can't give excuses of why it happened, but it just happened because I wasn't, you know, I don't know what to say, but yeah, that's what happened. This happened probably 2 weeks ago, I think, and I was like really nervous to put this out there, just because I feel like, you know, mentally going through it. I'm an overthinker, so I was just like, wow, what if that didn't happen and this would have happened? Like, I'm just like all in my head, like I didn't know what could happen, and I was just in my head for a little bit for the last 2 weeks, and then it's not that I got over it, but I will always have it in the back of my mind. I am gonna start administering vaccines again pretty soon. I picked up a shift. That shift was already scheduled before that incident happened, so I was like, now that I know what's coming up, I am a little anxious about, not anxious, but a little nervous and anxious, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, but I'm going to make sure I like take my time, and I feel like I have to do that leap again and like do it and get back in the groove of things for me to, I mean, I'm gonna be a nurse soon. The time's gonna come, so why not now? I'll just get over it and, you know, keep it stored in my memories. It's always gonna be stored in memories. I think it was April 8th around like 12, I think. I don't know if I'm mistaken. The footage is going to be posted with this one too. Today is April 8th, 2021 obviously. I just wanted to film this experience just because this is my first ever needle stick, and I feel like people can gain something from this experience as well, because I truly did. So I just got my blood drawn, we're just waiting back on the results, etc. But the patient, I'm sorry, this is just a bad angle, and like I was crying, so keeping this video as raw as possible. I'll probably just be only filming this part because I'm really like, what's it called? I'm better now. Just when it happened, I was like in shock. Just because I didn't know if the patient was gonna be willing to get blood work done, so to stay safe, like, you know, just to stay on the safe side. So I was thinking worst case scenario and like not knowing what if he had any diseases or something. But I was really scared. But then immediately, I think like once he found out, he went to the hospital and like was asking to go to employee health, and he wasn't basically allowed to go. I don't know why. Maybe he just didn't know. I don't know. I don't know what the case was, but I am blessed to have amazing managers. She's actually the director, and we work with the health department as well. So on their end, they were extremely helpful, telling me that and just trying to reassure me that a lot of people go through this, like a lot of nurses. And I mean, it's kind of like, I'm not saying you're gonna have a needle stick in the future. All I'm saying is it's common. It's a common thing. But it wasn't because I didn't know how to use a needle properly. It was more of me just because we had a lot of okay, and this is on my end, so please don't judge me because I'm trying to keep this really, really raw as possible. But I don't know, I don't really remember the specifics of how many people were scheduled to get their vaccine, their COVID vaccine. So, and then like it was just like a long line, so it was like constant flow. And this was probably my 20-something person. So this today, like it was probably like the 30th person I vaccinated today, or even more. I don't know. Like I said, I was on like autopilot, and like, you know, the steps, it's very like it's the same thing over and over again. Oh my god, this lighting's so bad, but you know what, it's fine, it's okay. So this patient came, I you know, did a birth, all this and that, we did the vaccine, and as soon as I was, you know, you have to have your I have my band-aid usually on my glove ready to go. And if he bleeds, like, it's obviously like I have the gauze right there. But so after I gave him the vaccine, so it was one of the slide up safety, so it wasn't like the retractable ones, like where you push a little harder and it retracts inside the, you know, the syringe or whatever. So this was the one where you have to manually slide it. And so I was done giving him the vaccine, and all I remember is that, I don't know why my left hand, it happened on this finger, y'all. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah. And then I got my blood drawn. I took off the band-aid because it was bleeding a lot, so I just took it off, held the pressure, all that stuff. So I gave him the vaccine. I was literally in the process of putting the safety up. And as soon as I was putting the safety up, I don't know what the heck this hand was doing there. I do not know why it was there, but maybe I
I don't know why this hand was there. I really was probably getting ready to, I just don't know why this hand was there, but I was retracting, I was, you know, putting the safety with my right hand, and my left hand is the one that got injured. So as soon as that happened, I was still wearing my pair of gloves, and I was like, oh, ouch. Like, it was a quick poke. Like, I felt like it was like super quick, and I was like, oh my goodness, I just got poked. And then like it didn't hit me, and I was just like, okay, trying to think of the procedures of like the protocol, because this is my first time, so I'm like a little like shocked a little bit. And I looked at the needle, and then I looked at my hand again, and it was bleeding. It was bleeding, and that's the moment I knew that I just did my first and last ever needle stick, because I do not plan on making this mistake twice at whatever. I don't wish this on anyone, because it's super, super, super incredibly scary. I basically, okay, here I'm making a long video for you guys, but yeah, I'm just gonna tell you what happened. The immediate, like, this is real time, because I just got my blood drawn, came from employee health, and I just sat in the car, and I was like, I might as well film this, because people can gain something from it. You guys can gain something from it. If you're a student nurse, CNA, I don't know, phlebotomist, something dealing with needles, I am here to tell you, take your time. Take your time. Like, don't rush. I'm just gonna hold this hand down from now on. Like, I don't know, I'm gonna make sure the needle is within safety before I do anything else, because I felt like I was trying to multitask. Maybe I was trying to pick something up with this hand, and then I don't know what happened to this hand, but it was there. It was there, and it shouldn't have been there. So I'm gonna take my precious time. Not like, I'm gonna try to be more in, I don't know, I'm gonna try to be more in the moment, because I was like on autopilot, like I said. Like, I mean, it was coming to, like, it was a lot of patience, so it was very repetitive, so I didn't really think anything of anything, because I didn't think this was gonna happen. So, like, this is just so in the moment, and I'm really, really, really just really actually blessed to have a great team, because they were really concerned for me, and they were like walking me through. My coworkers were there for me. Everybody was doing what they had to do. Like, they could have chosen not to help me. They could have chosen to just, you know, take it like it was just an incident, or they wouldn't take it as serious. But my team, let me tell you, if you guys ever see or watch my videos, I want to say a big thank you for being there for me when I was breaking down, because I didn't know if I was going to. I mean, I still don't know, but if I'm, you know, all the possibilities of infectious diseases that can occur from needle sticks. But big shout out to you guys, and thank you so much for that. So as we speak, the patient was like really, really willing to get his blood drawn. I didn't know this when that happened, because he was basically like, he basically left. Yeah, he ended up showing at the hospital, and they didn't let him in. I think I already said that. But then he went back to the facility where I work, and my manager, or she's a clinical director, but I'm calling her my manager, she walked him over to the hospital herself to make sure that he gets into employee health without a problem, and he's getting his blood drawn, he's getting his blood work. I already have my prescriptions for prevention of you guys know what, but we're just gonna be waiting for the results, and I should be hearing back by this evening, and we'll go from there if I actually have to take the medication that I was prescribed or not. But as of right now, it's pretty much a waiting game. But yeah, I'm very grateful to have the team that I have, and I just want you guys to there goes the light. It happened so quick, so like I said, I'm going to take my time. I'm going to take my time, and nobody can tell me nothing, because I'm gonna be like, you know, I got stuck by a needle before, and I'm just, I shouldn't even have to explain myself. We should just take our time. But yeah, this is my experience real time. I'm not in the mood really. I have a lot of studying to do, so I'm leaving work early to go distract myself by studying. I don't know. And I actually have to eat too. I haven't ate. Yeah, so that is the update for right now. So I hope you guys are enjoying this video. I know that this is, I didn't even know I was gonna film this, but I thought it was a good idea. So yeah, continue watching the story time. So this is a mini update for you guys. I just got off the phone with my team, and I don't know if y'all can hear me, I'm at Panera, but yeah, they told me that his Hep C was undetected, and that means I would have no chance of getting Hep C, or his HIV and AIDS results also came back negative. So your girl feels so much better. I feel like I've been really in my head for the past hours and not being able to focus on studying or being in the present moment. Like, I was sleeping all morning and afternoon. So yeah, oh my god, it's so crusty. My camera's crusty. But yeah, that's a little update for y'all. But I will continue a story time about this because I gained a lot from this experience. So yeah, that is it.
So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.